Live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Porch Light Letters Podcast. Sorry, mental blank. Porch Light Letters Podcast number 2256. The Beauty in the Ordinary. It has been a struggle, but we got there. We're getting there. Sometimes the most beautiful parts of life hide in plain sight. The hum of a washing machine after a long day, the smell of a clean house, the rhythm of sorting through memories and possessions. Ordinary moments can become extraordinary when we pause long enough to notice them. So after the last, if you haven't heard yet, it's crazy around this place. Trying to get everything ready for the movers when they come in, working out what's got to be sold, what's been donated, what I'm keeping, what goes with the movers, what comes with me to New Zealand. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And amongst all of that, I still am running my businesses. I'm still doing my work on the help chat. I still meet once a week with my dear friend Tirza because we're doing a collaboration together. And so we have our weekly meeting on Saturday mornings about that. I just realized my socks are sitting there on how long you guys been sitting there? So those socks are really cool. I actually had to put them on the other day. It was cold. I had to put them on the other day. But these ones, I don't know if you can see, they've got these shiny stuff on them. That's the non-slip stuff that you put on socks. And these are so soft and comfortable and cozy and keep my feet warm. And obviously, and they've got, like I said, they've got the anti-slip stuff on them. But they're really cool, very comfortable. And I actually had to pull them out the other day because my toes were getting cold, which doesn't happen. I'm going to turn that off too. Okay, where were we? So today started off ordinary in that I got up and I suddenly thought, everything is overwhelming me right now. I need to go back to basics. I need to get the house clean. Now, you're probably going to say, but you're in the middle of moving. It's okay. You got stuff everywhere. Yes, I have stuff everywhere. But some stuff's being neglected, like my kitchen is a mess. And those that know me know that I keep a very clean, very neat kitchen. It is a mess. There are dirty dishes sitting stacked up on the counter and everything else. And I'm sort of like, yeah, I think we better get that cleared up. So there was that. I've got a stack of laundry that was sitting in the in my closet. My baskets were overflowing. I have 2 baskets. And they're not very big, they're just sort of like thin, narrow baskets, yay high. And they were overflowing. I haven't done I've done little washes here and there, but I haven't done a major wash. So it was like, okay, so we need to do a major wash. So we've had 3 loads through today, washed, dried, folded, put away, everything. And that felt ordinary and settled me a lot. And then a very dear friend of mine sent me a text message saying, hey, just thinking of you. And I was like, thank you so much. I almost burst into tears. I'm about to get all emotional now. Because it was just really cool just to know that people are out there just saying, hey, just thinking about you. That was the best message I'd heard today. And I said, thank you. I'm feeling very overwhelmed right now with everything that's going on. But she also gave me the angel, which I've shown you many times on here. It's a liquid one that's got these sparkly thingies that go in it. And I put it on every single night. And I'm sort of like, what am I going to do for the 12 to 14 weeks that my stuff is being shipped to New Zealand? And that's going to be in its original packing in somewhere in my stuff. And I thought, then I have to find, and then when I get to my new place, I'm going to have to find, when I find my new place. So I want to get a new place before my stuff arrives. And I'm even thinking that maybe purchasing now may not be the right time. Maybe we can rent. So I've been looking at rentals as well as I've been looking at what's for sale and looking at rentals as well and expand the net a little bit. Just thinking about setting up things and all of that might be the good thing. Just do a year's lease for now and then buy in a year's time. That's what I'm thinking right now. And it will, because people keep asking me, you're going to get another dog? Yes, at some point. After I get settled, I will then look at getting another dog after I'm settled in. And a lot of these places are like no pets by negotiation and things like that. And I'm just like, for the first year that I'm there, I'm going to most of these places are asking for a year lease with the first right of refusal on the with the first rights for another year after that. I thought, just get in there, get settled for a year, get the feel of the place, because then maybe that will help me decide exactly what area I want to live in and what I'm looking for and that sort of stuff. So maybe we're going to go that route. But wherever I go, I've got to have my little angel niche, because I have the angel that my friend gave me. I also have 2 other angels sitting in boxes over there ready to go. One of them is there's got a silver outline, which is all scratched, so the light shines through when it's turned on. And that was sent to a very dear friend of mine, sent me that after Brad passed. And I didn't know who it was from. And just very weird things about this thing. And so I put out there, who's this from? And she happened to see the post, and she sent me a note saying, hey, that was from me. And I said, well, the first name was correct, but the last name said that. She says, I haven't used that name in years. That was one of her married names along the time. I'm so like, interesting. And I said, this is the return address. She goes, well, I haven't lived in that place for like 20 years. And so I said, do you think our husbands are plotting against us up there, plotting against us right now? And she says, I think they're messing with us too. So, but she said, because she had addressed everything correctly, and then for it to show up as it did with the different names and everything on it, it was just sort of like really weird. And when we worked it all out, we figured the husbands were playing with us. Her husband was a bit of a prankster. Our husbands used to work together very well, and he was one of the ones that came into the hospital when Brad was high on morphine and having dreams about smuggling pizzas into Bosnia in the back of an 18-wheeler. And then him, and then Brad, and then he had 2 visitors from work, and the guy that had passed was one of them. And he'd passed about 18 months before Brad did. And so there was him and another guy from work, and the 3 of them stood there, 3 software architects standing there together, plotting in detail how they were going to get these pizzas. They figured out not only how they were going to smuggle the pizzas in the back of an 18-wheeler, how they were going to cook them along the way, and how they were going to smuggle messages to the spies that they had in Bosnia inside the pizzas. And they went down to such, I was almost rolling around on the hospital floor laughing. I was laughing so hard with what they were doing and everything else. And just the detail they went into, I actually believed that they could do it. It was amazing to watch. And so she sent me one, and then I have a friend who is a fellow cancer caregiver who sent me an angel as well. This one doesn't light up. It's just a statue of an angel. So I'm going to have a little angel. And then out on my bookcase, I also have a little angel that I picked up somewhere along the way. So I'm going to have a little angel nook where these angels will sit, where I can see them in the evenings when I'm relaxing in the living room, watching a movie or TV, which right now they sit on the one from my friend. The other ones are all packed away except one on the bookcase. But the one that I turn on every night, and it has the floaty bits go in it, that sits right beside my TV. So when I'm looking at my TV, if that's not on, that corner is very dark. Even if I do have the ceiling lights on and everything else. But so there's been a lot of housework done today, which has felt good to be ordinary, rather than packing and sorting stuff. There was some sorting stuff done, so I haven't stopped that. But today's priority was getting the housework caught up. I still have my kitchen to do. The bedroom is about as tidy as it's going to get right now, because it's got, the stuff is going to New Zealand. The stuff over here is for sale. The stuff is going to Goodwill. All the trash and the recycling have been taken out of there already. So I have these different areas in the bedroom that are dedicated to different things. Then, of course, I had to go put my clothes horse back up on my drying rack, because I was doing some laundry and I've got stuff that doesn't go through the dryer. Actually, what I really can't wait, do you want to know something that I'm really looking forward to when I get down to New Zealand? Is going out, taking my laundry outside and hanging it on a clothesline outside in the fresh air. I hate having to use the dryers. I understand on some things I have to use the dryers because they take so long to dry if I leave them hanging, but I have a couple of what we call clothes horses, drying racks, whatever you want to call them, that I will put certain stuff on where I will not put it through the dryer. But of course, it's getting dried inside the house. So I can't wait to get down to New Zealand and be able to hang things out on a clothesline, and let it just sit in the breeze for a couple of hours and go and bring it all in and put it all away and all of that sort of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. I know it sounds weird. And then in the garage, hanging up some lines in the garage stuff. It's raining outside. I've still got somewhere inside where I can go and hang the stuff up and get it dried. That was the other reason I wanted a double car garage. I just remembered that reason. Everybody goes, why do you want a double car garage? I said, so I can park in the middle. and I've got room for a workstation. I totally forgot about being able to hang clothes up in there till now. So anyway, let's go back to this. So beauty in the ordinary, it teaches us that beauty doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it just quietly waits to be seen. The simple things, fresh sheets. Oh God, I love fresh sheets. I am taking a shower tonight before I get into bed. I've got clean sheets on the bed, and to be able to take a shower before, I'll be taking a shower probably a couple hours before I go to bed because I still got to get the slop dry. But slipping into nice clean sheets when you've got a clean after having a shower is just such an incredible feeling. That's one of my favorite things to do. Where am I up to? Simple things, fresh sheets, folded laundry, a cup of tea. I haven't done that today. And I told my friend I was going to go and do that, and I didn't get my cup of tea in. Are the threads that steady us. Everyday order creates calm in the chaos. So when you're starting to get overwhelmed, go back to the basics. Appreciation transforms the mundane into moments of gratitude. There were times today when I'd go into my kitchen and I opened up a cabinet to empty. I was emptying the dishwasher. So I opened up the cabinet, put it away, and I suddenly went, oh, I have to sort through all of this. And then I was sort of like I looked at the shelves and I went, okay, this shelf is not going to New Zealand. This shelf is, and so is the one above it. And then I thought, I wonder what's in the cabinets over here, because I very rarely open those cabinets over there. So one of those cabinets opened up. It's mainly like bar glasses, like wine glasses, champagne glasses, beer steins. I don't drink. I have no need for those glasses. Guess what? They're all getting rid of over the next couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. They're going to be gone. And so then I thought, what have I got down below? I opened up down below. The only thing that is in the cupboards below that I'm taking with me, there's 2 dishes I'm going to be taking with me because I bought them from New Zealand with me. So I want to take them back with me because I use them constantly. And then I was looking on the little half shelf that's up high at the back, and it's all my dad's wood turning stuff. Those are the only things that are coming New Zealand out of the big cabinets along the bottom. Everything else is getting sold beforehand. And I was like, oh, this feels so good to know that out of all of this stuff in these cabinets, this, and this is all that's coming with me. The rest can be sold or donated, whatever. I don't care. And just doing something like that felt really good. And then it's like, oh yeah, but you've got to pull it all out, photograph it and sell it. I was like, yeah, we're just concentrating on the basics today. Back to basics. Forget the details for now. Back to basics. So it's learning to, and it's finding that appreciation in the ordinary that helps settle everything down. Everyday order creates calm in the chaos. Absolutely. And I know I still have a lot to do. I've got 3 filing cabinets in here I have to go through, but that's, I'm working through it. And last night I did my goal every night when I sit down in the evening to watch something, because while I'm doing that, I'm sorting through boxes. And so my goal is that there's a series of boxes that sit right in front of my dining table, and a series of boxes. There are some boxes stacked in front of the dining table that I have never gone through. And so my goal is every night to go through a minimum of 2 boxes. And what's really cool, yes, I know, balloons to celebrate. Yay! Actually, I feel like some laser lights. Let's do some laser lights. Yay! There we go. Anyway, so my goal is to go through a minimum of 2 boxes a night before I go to bed. And right now, I have been through 6 boxes over 2 nights. My stuff that is going with me to New Zealand doesn't even fill the cushion that's on the seat next to me on the couch. So I'm on a 3-seater couch. The first cushion's got all the cushions sitting there. The second seat cushion is partially full of stuff I'm taking to New Zealand. On the floor in front of the couch, there is a slightly bigger pile. There's a pile about twice the size of what's on the couch that's to be donated. Haven't come across anything for sale yet, but the rest of it's either being shredded or recycled. And I've already taken out, and I wait until the box that I've got that I'm putting in the recycling gets about half full, because it's a lot of magazines and brochures and stuff like that. And then I get up and I go and take it and dump it, because I don't want to wait till it's full, because I'll barely be able to lift the thing. So I'm waiting till it's half full, and then I go dump it and bring it back. And my shredder box is almost overflowing. So I'm quite proud of myself, the fact that out of 6 boxes, I have less than a sofa cushion of stuff to go that's going to New Zealand with me. And I was like, yes, feeling very empowered. So that's my evening. That's now my evening routine as I do that, because I'm saving the paper stuff that I have to go through until the evenings. And I found my little rubber thimble thingy that helps me flip through paper faster. So I'm not having to go. Yeah, that stops that. It's a little rubber thimble thingy that goes on and you can get through things really fast. And so I'm saving the time when I'm actually going through and doing sorting. If I open a box and I see a lot of magazines and paperwork in there, it goes to the evening pile. If I can go in there and there's books in there, I can quickly sort through them. I had one box of books, which is a lot of reference stuff in there, and I went through it, and half of that box is now in a donate pile. Just that easy. And so it's making things a lot quicker when I can open a box. I can see it's full of books, so I do a quick sort through, and it's a quick sort through the books. It's not sort of like, oh, what's this book about? Oh, here's another book. What's that one about? No, it is look at it, instant decision. Do I stay or do I go? And that's basically what I'm doing. Do I stay or do I go? Go, right. Stay means it's getting donated. Go means it's going to New Zealand. And so that's what's not on that thing. I do have one box, that 2 boxes. They're sitting right there. They're reference manuals. So they're definitely not going because they're reference books that I used to use quite a lot, but I haven't been able to find them in order to use them. So I haven't been able to use them for the last couple of years. So yeah. What happens when we slow down enough to see the beauty in our daily tasks? We treat our environment as an extension of our peace. I would tell you, I have been recharged today because I was doing the ordinary. I was not, yes, I did some sorting. I also got some writing done today, which was awesome. I even squeezed a nap in there as well. And it was just great to be able to get back to basics, just that ordinary housework stuff, and get most of it taken care of. Like I said, I still got a kitchen to clean up. That's going to take me a little bit. We realize that getting things done can also be an act of self-care. Absolutely, because when I walk into my kitchen, I start getting stressed out because my kitchen is such a mess. And I don't let it get to that very often. And I'm sort of like, I have to get this cleared up. But of course, I'm thinking about it, so I walk away from it. And it's just when you get into that groove and into that rhythm and you walk into a room and you just start naturally doing things, then you know you're taking care of self, and self is taking care of you by getting into that rhythm of, this is what we're going to go and do. But you don't have to think about it. We're doing it subconsciously. And we learn to celebrate the progress, not the perfection. I still have a basket of laundry left, only because my one basket was filled up with stuff as I was unpacking some bags and things. When I was doing one of the bedrooms, there was some bags that were in the closet that was from the RV where I just stuffed stuff into the bags. And so that stuff got put into a laundry basket. And then my regular laundry was sort of kind of piling up beside it. So yeah, I still have a basket of stuff to do, but that's okay. That's okay. How we carry forward is find beauty in one ordinary thing each day. Turn routines into rituals of gratitude. Remember that tidy space can open emotional space too. Yes. And that, I think, is what's been charging me all day today, and keeping me going without sitting down and doing basically nothing. So yes, I'm able to get that going. Recognize that even the smallest acts of care ripple outward. And on our legacy is not built only from milestones, but from everyday gestures of love, the meals made, the rooms tidied, the care given without fanfare. The beauty in the ordinary is what keeps families and memories alive. And now for your reflection questions for today. We have 4 of them for you. Number 1, what ordinary moment today made you smile? Getting my laundry done. That was just, I was in the groove with that one. You know, the dryer would stop. I'd go pull the washing machine would stop. I would go, and as I'm putting stuff into the dryer, taking out the stuff that doesn't go into the dryer, and then down to the bedroom, hanging that on the clothes horse, and then back to turn the dryer on and put the next load of laundry in. And then when that load in the dryer finished, I went and I took it out, took it down to the bedroom. And of course, being a lot of t-shirts, I lay them out flat first. Then I get I put my t-shirts on hangers. I don't have bedroom furniture. I do not have drawers to put clothes in or anything else. Basically, everything gets hung up. And then I have like a couple of hanging shelf rack thingies, and I use those as my drawers. So there's some stuff that still needs to be folded, but most of all the t-shirts have all been hung up. My t-shirts have been hung up, along with my tank tops, and I have some oversized shirts that fit at the top but then flare out over the hips, and they're kind of longer and stuff, and I like wearing like yoga shorts underneath them. So just the ordinary stuff. Just getting my laundry done today was huge. I'm happy about that. And I don't have any laundry sitting in the washing machine or the dryer. They're both empty. After three loads through each, I was like, okay, we're done with that for today. We'll do some more tomorrow. There is still some of Zeffy's stuff to be put through the washing machine and dryer. That's because I bought it out of Sparkles, and it's been sitting on the laundry floor ever since. That's as far as that's got. Number 2, how did small daily tasks help bring you calm into your space or mind? Just to be able to take time out of the busy stuff that's going on with all the sorting and everything, and just to do something ordinary, it's a very calming effect. That's what it has. That's what it's had on me. Number 3, what routine could you transform into a moment of mindfulness? Oh, I have no clue on that one. I have to think about that one. And number 4, when was the last time you paused to admire something simple yet beautiful? Oh, I did take some time outside today. I did go outside, get some fresh air, and then it started blowing, and of course it's bringing in all the pollen, and my nose, that's why my nose would have been running this morning. That's why. I was on my business call this morning, and my nose was just running. Like, it would stop running, and then it would get really, really itchy, and then it would just stop. It was trying to figure out what it was. Totally didn't think the fact that I had been outside for a few minutes, and there's probably something outside, and the wind was blowing, so there's probably something in the air getting blown around, like ragweed or mold, or what's the other one I'm allergic to? Whatever the other one. Oh, that's the other thing I'm looking forward to. No allergies. Yay. No hay fever. Yay. And in our closing thoughts, when we find beauty in the ordinary, we begin to see that life itself, with all of its messes, motions, and moments, is already enough. And with that, I am out of here. I got the kitchen to go clean, got dinner to go and have, and got some boxes to go through this evening. So actually, it's quite therapeutic going through the boxes in the evening while watching TV. I'm rewatching the British series Rosemary and Thyme. Really cool series. It's got Felicity Kendall in it, and I just absolutely love and adore her since I first saw her in The Good Life many years ago. But she's awesome. Anyway, with that, I am out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m.